Alright, what's up guys? It's Devon back here. First off, before we get into the video for the Valero Texas Open, I would like to apologize for last week not having a Draftkings or betting show on Monday, and also a research show on yesterday night. Last week I recorded, and for some reason I had all kinds of problems with trying to get the video to render, and it was just a mess, and it was not exporting, and it just was a mess. I unfortunately couldn't get one out on Monday. I tried multiple times. I tried for hours. It just didn't seem to work for some reason. So I apologize for that. And then last night for the research show, missed out just because it was a night in with my girlfriend, and we don't really get to spend a lot of time together on Sunday night. So that's what happened there. I was okay with it. This is kind of like a off week, so yeah. So this is the DraftKings shows for the Valero Texas Open. Not a star-studded field like we've been seeing. Your headliners here are Tyrrell Hatton, Hideki Matsuyama, Ricky Fowler. You got like Taylor Montgomery, Akshay Bhatia, Ben Griffin, Thomas Dietrich, Siwoo Kim, Chris Kirk. Not a lot of big names here. I wouldn't be surprised to see Tyrrell Hatton and Hideki Matsuyama withdraw based off of the problems they had at match play. Tyrrell Hatton ended up let's talk about Tyrrell Hatton. So I got a little lucky. I mean, I had a bet in on Tyrrell Hatton, but I looked Wednesday night at the pick rate for one and done, and Tyrrell Hatton was by far the most picked player. And I apologize, my dog is squeaking a toy staring at me. Can you see her? She's kind of around that corner right there. So Tyrrell Hatton was the most picked golfer for one and done, at least in my pool. So I took an audible. I didn't really want to burn someone too high, so I didn't want to burn what I had left of, like Max Homa, Xander Schauffele, Colin Morikawa. I didn't want to burn Sanjay. I just didn't see him kind of getting it done. I definitely didn't see Colin Morikawa getting out of that group, especially with Jason Day. So my three options this last week were Tyrrell Hatton. I took a long look at Jason Day. And then what I ended up on was a very low percentage pick, Cameron Young. And kind of worked out for me. I moved from 38th on the leaderboard to 18th. If Cam Young would have won, I would have been in 8th or 9th. So looking pretty good. We got 21 more events for the rest of the year. We don't have the Tour Championship on our one and done. So yeah, and I got some big boys still. A lot of people in front of me have burned like almost everyone. So, moving forward, I still have Xander Schauffele, Max Homa, Colin Morikawa. I still have Tom Kim. I still have Tyrrell Hatton. I have Shane Lowry. I have the live guys, which I probably will look to use at the majors, which everyone will probably. So I still got I still have Will Zalatoris. I have a lot of big bullets still that I can deploy later. So I feel pretty good. I like my position. Oh, I still have Sungjae as well. So I feel really good about who I have left and how I'm playing this, and only being 2 million back from first now, and I feel like I've got a good shot as long as I pick the right times to deploy people. Yeah. So this week I'm not burning Tyrrell Hatton. I don't have Hideki. I'm not using Ricky Fowler. Ricky Fowler is going to be by far the most picked person, the most bet on person. Most picked and one and done, most bet on. Ricky, the only way Ricky gets into the Masters is if he wins here. This is his last chance in to the Masters by winning. And I think a lot of people are going to be writing that in DraftKings. I do like Ricky. He's been playing really well, but it's hard to play a guy like that when he's going to be like 30% owned. So, yeah, I don't know. I like Ricky. So, all right, let's get into it for DraftKings. So, Valero is played at TPC San Antonio, the Oaks course. It is a par 72. It is measuring out 7,438 yards, and they are Bermuda greens. Notables, there's a Korn Ferry Tour event that's played here, or was played here, and we will take a look at that because there is a gentleman in this field who won that Korn Ferry Tour event and a gentleman that finished second in that event. So we will take a look at that when we get to that to that person that won. But so looking at strokes gained total over the last 24 rounds, you have Tyrrell Hatton is first, Ricky Fowler second, Ben Martin third, Chris Kirk fourth, Sam Stevens fifth, Siwoo Kim is sixth, Adam Schenk is seventh, Nick Taylor is eighth, Sam Ryder is ninth, and Thomas Dietrich is 10th. With a couple of notables looking on the outside, and Akshay Bhatia is 11th, Taylor Montgomery is 13th, Hideki is 17th, Ben Griffin 16th, Joseph Bramlett 19th. So those are a couple guys that are looking on the outside of the top 10. So getting to my model this week. This course, there's multiple ways. There's multiple types of hitters that can get it done at this course. Someone you'll see that does really well here, like every year, is Matt Kuchar. Not the longest hitter, good putter, kind of can plot his way around here. This course is a little bit longer for him, but he seems to get it done. He's like just been top 10 like the last 3 years. Other notables are like Charlie Hoffman, finished second 2 years in a row here. So what I'm looking at is 15% strokes gained off the tee, 15% strokes gained on approach, 25% strokes gained ball striking, 10% driving distance, because it will be helpful because, I mean, these par 5s are long. These par 3s are long. This course is long. There are some shorter par 3s, some scoreable par 3s, but definitely on the par 5s, length is going to help you. And if you have a little flick wedge into these par 4s, it's going to help you as well. So strokes gained par 5, 5%. Par 3s, 200, 225, 5%. The par 3s are long here. And, yeah, you just gonna have to deal with that. Proximity, 75 yards to 100s, 5%. Proximity, 100 to 125, 5%. Opportunities gained, 5%. It's going to be important to take advantage of birdie looks within 10 feet because it sounds like it's going to be a little windy here. I'm not going to look into the wind. That's Monday. It can change. I'm not going to look too hard into it right now. But if it is windy, you know, guys are going to be missing greens. And, you know, when you get those chances for birdies, you definitely got to take advantage. And then last, strokes gained around the green, 10%. I have this in due to the wind that sounds like it's going to happen. It's going to be important to be strong around the green. And take it, you know, be able to get up and down for par. So, yeah. Let's load this model. Sorry, my dog is making a lot of noise and I'm like really confused on what's going on. Alright, so what we've got in the model here. So we're just going to go through. I'm going to talk about some of my favorite plays. Talk about some guys that I'm not looking at. I can tell you right now at 10-9, I'm not playing Tyrrell Hatton, especially with the hand injury. Looking ahead, him probably looking ahead to the Masters. He's already qualified. He doesn't necessarily have to be here. I just don't see him. I just don't see him playing. I wouldn't be surprised if he withdraws. or tees it up and then withdraws after the fact, and then you're screwed. Hideki's the same thing. He's going to be really low owned. So, you know, if he plays 4 rounds, I could see him getting it done at this course. He's a great around the green player. He's a great ball striker. His irons are really good. So the only problem with Hideki's game is his driver just kind of has been lost. He just kind of sprays it all over the place. Not the best in distance over the last 24 rounds. He's just not really popping. Like, the only thing he's really popping in is like around the green and approach, which is helping his ball striking numbers. Ricky Fowler ranks 2nd in my model. He just rates out really well. He's 1st in approach in the last 24 rounds, 3rd in ball striking, 7th in par 3s, 200, 225. Proximity 100, 125 is 28th. Opportunities gain 9th. So he gets it done, and he's been playing really well. If you look at his results recently, look at what he's doing. 13th at the Players, 31st at Arnold Palmer, 20th at Genesis, 10th at Phoenix, 11th at Farmers. He's doing. Look at his putter. His putter is just insane. He's been putting the lights out. His approach numbers. He hasn't lost strokes putting or on approach since St. Jude last year in August. So his approach numbers are insane. You know, if you get the off the tee numbers to pop with these approach and putting numbers, Ricky's gonna get it done, and he's been doing really well. He played well at match play. He beat John Rahm in the first match of the week in their pod. So Ricky could do it. Ricky could win it and get into the Masters, but you know it's gonna be really hard. Corey Connors is a guy that seems to pop up here year after year. Corey's game is kind of coming back around. He played really well at match play. I'm trying to remember who it was he was playing against that they just were lighting up the course. I can't remember, but Corey Connors was playing well. Here's his Valero history. 35th at Valero last year, 14th the year before that in 2021. In 2019, he won it to get into the Masters. This was the first year that Valero was the week before the Masters and was the last place to qualify for the Masters. So Corey Connors did it there the first year that it happened. And then in 2018, he was 26th. So he's never missed a cut here. He seems to get it done. His putter here seems to work. His approach and off the tee numbers are great here. It's just this around the green play that really seems to be hurting him. But overall, Corey Connors, he seems like a great play. He's probably going to be highly owned. That is what it is. Taylor Montgomery, had a good match play. He beat Jordan Spieth, and he beat, who was the other guy in their group? It was Mackenzie Hughes and... Oh, I don't remember, but Taylor beat whoever the other person was. And then he played Mackenzie Hughes on the final day. Lost to Mackenzie Hughes to go to a playoff with Mackenzie Hughes, and then lost on the first playoff hole against Mackenzie Hughes and did not move on. I'm just kind of off of Taylor Montgomery. I was on him for a while, and I think I had him in his good stretches. I'm good for now. I'll pass. I'll wait for something to kind of trend the right way. Siwoo Kim, I really like this week. He's going to be popular. He's 3rd in my model. 15th off the tee, 23rd in approach, 10th ball striking. 3rd in par 3s, 200 to 225 yards. 17th in the proximity, 75 to 100. 11th in the proximity, 100 to 125. And 3rd in opportunities gained. So I really like Siwoo Kim. I also really like Davis Riley here. He's 10th in the model. So Davis Riley is actually the guy that I was talking about that won the Korn Ferry Tour event right here, the San Antonio Championship back in 2020. He beat out Taylor Pendrith, Paul Barjon, and Austin Smotherman. Different kind of event, but still the same. It was on the same golf course. He was 16 under. 70 shot 70 on the first day, but then under 70 the last 3 rounds. Pendrith was 2nd at 14 under. Austin Smotherman was 12 under. You got like Will Zalatoris. Ben Martin was 10 under here. He's in the field. Justin Lower was 9 under. He's in the field. Nick Hardy's in the field. He was 8 under. Chad Ramey might be. Andrew Novak is now. He was an alternate, but now he's in. Dylan Wu is in. Anybody else that made it? Harrison Endicott is in this field. I don't see anybody else that is in this field that would have been. Wait, what was that? Taylor Montgomery? That was Taylor Montgomery. Not the best here. So, Riley, Pendrith, and Smotherman are guys I'm looking at this week. So, that is just a nice little nugget to know. So, I really like Davis Riley this week. You know, he's been good. He's been hit and miss. He missed the cut at the Players so he missed 3 cuts in between the American Express to the Honda, then at Honda 29th, Arnold Palmer 8th, missed the cut at the Players, and then he finished 19th at Valspar. So I like, he's good off the tee, he's good on approach. His putter has been, you know, it's been streaky, but when he does finish well, look what, 8th at Arnold Palmer, gained 5.5 strokes putting. 19th at Valspar, 4 strokes putting. Only thing that's been hurting him is around the green play, which scares me when I'm considering it so much, but I do like Davis Riley. Matt Kuchar is the guy that I like next. He just has an awesome course history here. Kuchar actually got out of his group this last week at the Dell Match Play. That was impressive. He tied or beat, I can't remember. I think he tied Tiger Woods' record for most match wins in Dell Match Play history. But let's take a look at his Valero history. He's literally never missed a cut here. He's literally never missed a cut here going back to 2012. 13th, 22nd, 4th, 15th, 42nd, 40th, 51st, 7th, 12th, 2nd. I mean, these last 3 years especially, he's been doing really well. He just seems like he gets this place. He gains around the green, except for 1 year. In 2019, he lost 2 strokes around the green. There's 3 years in a row where he lost strokes putting, which ended up being his worst finishes here. But when he is gaining strokes putting, 13th, 22nd, 4th, 15th, 7th, 12th, and 2nd. Let's get some Matt Kuchar going this week. So I like Matt Kuchar. And I think he's going to be a popular pick too. Ryan Fox at 9,000 is really interesting. Bombs it. He's 7th in driving distance. He's good in these proximity numbers, 75 to 100 and 100 to 125. 27th in both of those. 22nd off the tee. 53rd in approach. 26th ball striking. 20th in par 5 scoring. But let's see what Ryan Fox has done since he's come over this year. So he's played 2 events, well, 3 events now. Didn't make it out of his group this year. I believe that's right. I can't remember. I watched it. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I believe he didn't make it. It would be easier if it was on here, but I don't blame him for. So, anyways, his first event here, played Arnold Palmer, finished 14th. Second event, played the Players the week after, 27th. This is a weaker field than Arnold Palmer and the Players, and you're telling me Ryan Fox can't get it done in this field? I like Ryan Fox a lot, and I think he's going to be a guy I'm a little overweight on. I'm going to be honest. The 8K range, I'm kind of just not interested in. You got your defending champ, JJ Spawn. You got Ben Griffin, who's kind of cooled off a lot. Matt Wallace just won last week at Corrales. Thomas Dietrich was up on that leaderboard as well. Cam Davis at 8,300 ranks 4th in my model. 9th in strokes gained off the tee, 15th in ball striking, 11th in driving distance, 21st in par 5 scoring, and then 15th in opportunities gained. So Cam Davis is interesting, but his form is garbage. Moving on. So I'm going to skip the 8K range. And you're just going to have to deal with it. Next up, I like 7,900 starting off in the 7K range. Aaron Rai ranks 20th in my model. 11th off the tee, 30th on approach, 14th in ball striking. Not so good in the driving distance. He's not too good in the proximity buckets that I got, but he's 23rd in the par 3s, 200, 225. He's 29th around the green. If the wind kicks up, Aaron Rye's going to do well. He's putting like absolute shit. Let's be honest. Absolute shit. Look what he's done. So his last 2 events where he's gained putting. Back in November at Houston Open, finished 7th, gained 4.5 strokes putting, 8.1 around the green, lost 4 strokes on approach, and gained 1 off the tee. So his next event, where he gained 0.1 strokes putting, was in March at the Players, gained 0.1 strokes putting, gained 0.1 around the green, gained 2.9 on approach, and gained 3.3 off the tee. Otherwise, between those 2 events, RSM lost 5.2 strokes putting. Sony lost 1.5. The American Express lost 1. Farmers lost 2.3. Phoenix Open lost 0.6. Genesis lost 3.7. At Honda lost 4.1, and at Arnold Palmer lost 4.7. So if Rye can just kind of be a neutral putter, I think we'd be good. And, with the difficult conditions, wind possible, I do like Aaron Rye, and I will be playing him. Simple as that. Sam Ryder is another guy I'll be playing at 7,800. He's just playing really well recently. He's a great putter. I mean, wait till you see these putting numbers. Look what he did at Valspar. He gained 8.1 strokes putting at Valspar. Gained 4.6 at the Players, 1.9 at Arnold Palmer, 7.5 at Genesis, 6.2 at Phoenix, 1.8 at Farmers, 1.5 at American Express. So, like at Farmers, for instance, where he finished 4th, his best finish over the last few months. When he went in the Sunday with the lead and kind of shit it away, as we say. Gained 1.1 off the tee, gained 3.9 on approach, gained half a stroke around the green, and gained 1.8 putting. Can you imagine if he had this like 6.2 strokes putting at Phoenix and he did it at Farmers? Ryder would have won. So he's got what? 4 top 20 finishes in his last 6 events. Did well. This is Texas golf. This ain't Florida. But, he kind of seems to be getting it done everywhere. California, Arizona, California, Florida. Brain melted. So he kind of just gets it done everywhere. He's a good putter. He's been playing well, and I like him in difficult conditions. I like him in the wind. On Bermuda still. So give me some Sam Ryder. Give me some Sam Ryder, man. He's been close. He's been like tasting, just like getting little droplets of, you're gonna win, Sam. And then your mom's there, Sam. You're gonna win, Sam. Your mom's here. You're gonna win it for her. You're gonna win it in front of her. Sam didn't win it, so maybe eventually. So Taylor Pendrith, who has not been good recently, but is a guy I like because of what he did in the Korn Ferry Tour event. Finished 2nd here. Not looking good. Not looking good at all. So his best finish since January is Pebble Beach, where he gained strokes everywhere, but was a slight gainer off the tee, slight gainer on approach, and a slight gainer on the green. Where he really made it up was with the putter. He gained 5.5 strokes putting that week. And then he just kind of like, the only other time he's really put it all together is at the Honda, where he finished 42nd, and he was just a slight gainer and everything there too. Am I saying go play Pendrith? If you're not comfortable with it, don't. Knowing that he's seen this course before, that he's finished 2nd here before, that he kind of has a lay of the land kind of thing, and maybe he what did he do before Pebble Beach? Lost off the tee, lost on approach, then gains in all categories. Then he goes back to losing off the tee, losing around the green, gains in all categories. loses in every category. Loses on approach and putting, gains on the green and off the tee. And then he lost 6.3 strokes at Corrales. We don't know exactly what happened, but maybe coming to a course that he's familiar with might help him out, and he might turn it around. So Pendrith is not really a guy that we really see it coming, except for like in the middle of last year in July, we kind of seen it coming. But recently, we haven't really seen, like, we didn't see the 8th coming. We didn't see the 15th coming. We didn't see the 7th coming. So if you're feeling crazy and you go play him, he's seen the course. He's been here. He's finished second. Why not take a flyer on Take the Pendrith? Moving down, Ben On is another guy like Bomber. But he's been losing strokes off the tee the last 3 events. And he seems to, his short game is really good. I mean, he's really good around the green, and he's been really good for 4 events with the putter. So let's just say, and you know, other than Valspar, he was gaining with his irons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 events in a row. So who's to say he doesn't flip the driver this week or whatever? You know, he's hitting off the tee. Maybe, you know, he's laying up, playing positionally, not hitting driver as much. Who's to say this doesn't flip and we get a 12th place finish like here at Sony? Especially if this putter's here and this round the green plays here. If we can just get, you know, gaining 1 stroke on approach and gaining 1 stroke off the tee, we kind of got a really good shot with Benyon. So I like Benyon. I'll be playing him. Moving down, Garrick Higo. I never, ever talk about Garrick Higo. He ranks 4th in my model, 27th off the tee, 31st on approach, 17th in ball striking. He's 6th in strokes gained par 5s, 10th on the par 3s at 200, 225. And then he's just kind of okay in like approximately 100, 125, okay in opportunities gained, and he is okay around the green. I like him this week. I don't know what it is about Garrick Higo, but I like him. I'm trying to figure out what it is. His putter has been atrocious the last 3 events, but man, if he can flip the putter, Garrick Higo might be a problem. So I like him. We're playing Garrick Higo. EVR is kind of interesting. He's 22nd in my model. He's been okay. He's not the best putter, clearly, as you can see right here. But look what he did at the American Express, for instance. 1.5 strokes off the tee gain, 3.3 gain on approach, 3.3 around the green, and 2.7 putting at the American Express. At Valspar, half a stroke off the tee, gained 7.1 strokes on approach. Lost 0.6 around the green and 0.4 putting. But he has like these pop iron weeks, you know, and when he does, look what he's done. Okay, so, you know, has a pop iron week here, finishes 10th. Has a pop iron week at the Players last year, finishes 13th. Has a pop iron performance at the BMW in 2021, finishes 5th. Well, is he doing this anywhere else? Right here. 8.3 at Memorial, finishes 22nd. Lost 3 strokes putting. The PGA Championship in 2019. 5.6 strokes on approach. 8th. So, you know, if he's popping with his irons, gaining like over 5 strokes, woo, watch out. So I like EVR. I'm just kind of taking some dart throws on these guys in the 7K range. Tyler Duncan, fairway finder, short plotter, gets it done. Had a good week last week at Corrales. I believe he was in the top 5. He was 3rd. Valero history from Mr. Duncan is not good. So, you know what? Take that back. We'll pass on Tyler Duncan. I also last week I wanna say in the DraftKings video for Corrales, think back to Valspar. I was all over Matt Wallace at Valspar and said play him at 6,800 in Valspar. Odds go up, betting odds go up. Don't bet him at Corrales. I even say in the Corrales video, he had a great week last week, not going back to him this week. And what does he do? He wins. It just seems like I just 1 week early on some of these guys, you know? So maybe if I ever have a guy that performs well, decent enough, you know, decent, and the next week I say, don't play him, not going to happen, maybe you should bet him and play him because it seems like that happens quite a bit. Moving down, Joseph Bramlett, 7,100, bomber. He's good in these proximity buckets. 17th in approach. I mean, he is outstanding in these proximity buckets. He's 18th in opportunities gained, 24th ball striking. Give me some Bramwagon. Akshay Bhatia is 7,000. He's been playing really well. He's got a special temporary membership now. 24th at Corrales, 2nd at Puerto Rico, 45th at RSM, 49th at Honda, missed the cut at Valspar. He's a boomer bust play. Boomer bust play, and that's what you need in a GPP, and that's what we like about Akshay. The lefty swinging it. He's got a fine woman, who sometimes caddies for him. Charlie Hoffman, strictly because of course history. I'm not getting much further into him. Austin Smotherman at 6,900. Kind of turning the game around. And remember when I showed you that Korn Ferry Tour event, Austin Smotherman was 4th, right? 4th. So he's kind of turning things around at the Players. Gains slightly off the tee, gains 3.2 on approach, gains 1.3 on greens, loses slightly with putter. Then at Valspar, gains slightly off the tee, loses 3.3 on approach, gains 1.3 again on around the green, and gains 4.3 with the putter. So if we would just had maybe a little bit of a neutral performance there on approach at Valspar, maybe he would have got it done. So he knows this course. He's seen it. Let's see. Where was that at? Right here, San Antonio Championship. Yeah, 4th. 12 under. Might be a play. He's kind of turning the game around. I like it. And Pearson Cootie. Let's see if he's played that San Antonio. Let's just see if he's played it. Nope. He did not. That's unfortunate. Yeah, so Pearson got it done at Arnold Palmer, missed the cut at Valspar, barely made the cut at Honda. He's got some talent, and if you're taking a chance at someone on 6,900, Pearson Cootie can do it. Some other guys, Dylan Fratelli, not a bad choice. Texas guy, knows this course very well. Who else down here? I don't know. Matthias Schwab had a good finish here a few years ago. Harrison Endicott was in that Korn Ferry Tour event and made the cut, finished pretty well. Justin Lauer was in that event. Ryan Gerard's been playing really well recently. I don't know. Brent Grant. This dude, where did I play him? Was it Corrales? It might not be Corrales. I don't remember. Was it Corrales? No, it was Puerto Rico. No? Maybe it was, I don't remember. It's all kind of blending together at this point, but man, he had a good finish last week. Of course, the week that I don't have him. It was Valspar. I had him at Valspar, and he missed the cut. Like, I don't know. Him and Chris Kirk, I remember. Oh, man, him and Chris Kirk, they got me. Then he comes out of Corrales and does that. Week early again. Man. Whatever. Michael Kim. Ranks 26 on my model. He's just kind of okay in all categories. Driving distance is decent. 60% driving accuracy. 70% greens and regulation. Not bad. 26th at Corrales, 45th at Valspar, 5th at Puerto Rico, 11th at AT&T Pebble Beach, 44th at Farmers, which I believe is Torrey Pines. Yes, it is. Torrey Pines kind of similar to this course, so maybe. Just kind of taking a shot at a guy that's at, lower price. Let's see if he's played that San Antonio. Nope. Sanderson Farms. Okay. So he's just a guy I'm taking a shot on at 6,500 if I need a cheap guy to fill out my roster. So that's it. I've kind of went on for a little bit. I will be making a quick betting video going over my bets. I actually bet on Draftkings and FanDuel this week. I bet a lot of bombs on FanDuel because there was better numbers. I mean, I'm talking like all I bet on FanDuel was people that were 100 plus to 1 odds. The only person that was below that I bet was Davis Riley. I had a free $10 bet. I used it on Davis Riley because his number was better on FanDuel. So I bet him 34 to 1. Anyways, we'll get to that in the betting show. So if you guys like this video, if it helped you out, leave a like, leave a comment, tell me who you're liking this week. I know my boy C-May, he's gonna hit me with some stuff in the comments. I really enjoy the back and forth talk we had last week about one and done and things who we were playing and betting on and what we expected last week at match play. I hope he didn't use Tiro Latin. I may have led you wrong. So I apologize for that. But I don't think you probably, I'm trying to remember who you were going to use. I remember you used Tony, or you used Patrick Cantlay. I had to go back and look, but I enjoyed that conversation. I just hope you didn't use Tyrrell Hatton. I gave you like 6 options. I give you like 3 on each side of the bracket. So, closing in on 30 subscribers. We're at 29, almost at 30. When we get to 50, we're doing a giveaway. So, like, comment who your favorite play is this week on DraftKings, and subscribe, share, whatever. Get us to 50 so we can do a giveaway and get someone some money. Maybe do a lineup together. Whatever. However we want to do it. I'm kind of lenient on it. So, yeah, that'll be it for this show. Good luck this week. Maybe save some money this week and, put a little bit more towards the Masters next week. Going to be big shows next week for the Masters. I imagine that we will have the pricing out earlier, so probably like Friday this week we'll have Masters pricing, I'm assuming. Maybe Saturday. And yeah, we'll talk about that when we get it. We'll do a research show when we get it, hopefully. As long as I'm here, I might be out of the house this weekend until Sunday night, so it might just be Sunday night like normal. Alright guys, good luck this week. Get some money, baby. Let's go.